Hello everyone, my name is Orji, and today I want to share a thought with you on the import of motivation in our lives. Motivation is very important in the lives of everyone. In this part of the society that we live in, some people just think that motivation is not necessary, and they say, what are they motivating me? What is it that I've not seen? What is it that I've not heard? Motivation is very, very important. At some points of our lives, we all need some sort of support. We all need some sort of encouragement. We all need some kind of directions, what they call advice, what they call counsel. Motivation is more than that, because motivation drills deep. Motivation unlocks the locked up ability in you. It wakes up the defeated doing power in you. Motivation provokes certain kind of abilities in you. It sets you on the run. It makes you wake up and begin to see possibilities where you think possibilities never existed. It makes you to believe in yourself. It makes you to give trial to yourself. It makes you to put your abilities to test without fear, because it breaks the barriers of fears. Motivation does a lot of things to you. Motivation is wisdom. Yes, wisdom is from God, actually. But there are people who break this wisdom down. There are people who discern it, they break it down, they give it back to you. And this wisdom that I'm talking about is everyday wisdom. It relates to our everyday lifestyle in the society. It relates to daily activities, how to live in the society, cope with other people, how to mingle with other people, irrespective of how crazy the society is, how to go on and still make it, and still be who you are and maintain your sanity. There's so much that motivation can do for you. Don't underrate the importance and the power of what motivation can do. I always tell people that the damage of ignorance is more costly than the investment of knowledge that you should have in your life, because some damages of ignorance are irreparable. You cannot repair them, you cannot fix them. But these are things that are avoidable by just one wisdom or one knowledge that you know. Do you know that you can be saved? You can be saved. You can be delivered from one trouble. You can be saved from death. You can be saved from sickness just by one knowledge that you have about it, or something that you know that will help you to avoid it. Yes, and always come from motivation. Some people will say, I get everything from the church. Let me tell you something, everything is not said in the church. Not every matter is discussed in the church. For example, sex matters are not talked about in the church, and people are becoming victims, are being destroyed one way or the other by the reason of just the same matter. There are several things that cannot be said elsewhere, but motivational speakers can go a long way to drive this thing deep, to help you see things right. This is wisdom for direction. They go into the world, they relate to the world, they bring you back this wisdom for direction, and it's based on life experiences most of the times. It helps you realize who you are. It helps you see yourself in the true picture of who you are. It helps you to begin to think in a different dimension from how you used to think before. I can tell you, I use myself as a reference point. When I was a young or late growing girl, there are some things that I didn't know that I knew today, that if I had known, that I wouldn't have made a lot of mistakes that I made in the past, And so there are things that I've learned today, that I've been taught today, that I was not taught rightly, that I did not learn in the past, that I have learned today. and it has saved me a lot of things, and I put them to work, and things work out differently. It helped me to see things differently. It helped me to do things differently. And I said to myself, I'm going to help other people, because I see a lot of people in confusion. I see a lot of people, making a lot of mistakes just because of one thing that they are ignorant about. Even God said that they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness, but I have said that you are God's. But out of ignorance, you are going to die like men and fall like one of the princes. In other words, you can be a king and walk or live like a servant just because of ignorance. And he said, by knowledge shall the just be delivered. By knowledge shall you be delivered out of a lot of things. And this is what will help you from destruction. Yes, prayer is beautiful, but God still said that by knowledge shall the just be delivered. And he also said that people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Wisdom is profitable, and in all that gets understanding. You need a certain kind of wisdom in this time. You need a certain kind of understanding. This wisdom is wisdom out of this world. It's a special kind of wisdom. Motivation drills deep. Motivation drives deep. Motivation gets to your gets to your locked up abilities. It gets deep and far into you. That's why you don't have to underrate motivation, because even when you learn in church, when you're taught in church, you still need to understand how the application of this knowledge, the application of these things that you have learned, even when you are blessed, you still need to understand the preservation of your blessing. Most of these things you get from motivation. Motivation is preaching scriptures without quoting Bible. So don't even think it's gist. But it goes beyond that, because it has to bring and break down the everyday experiences of life and convert them to the wisdom direction, which you apply in your life, and things will never be the same. So sometimes people are discouraged, rich, poor. Why did the rich also cry? The rich also cry because what happens to the poor person can also happen to the rich person. The rich gets sick. What happens to the sick and poor person can happen to the rich person. The rich commit suicide. The rich can be depressed. So it's not a matter of, am I right, I've achieved everything? What are they motivating me about? It could be in the aspect of your relationship. It could be in the aspect of family. It could be in the aspect of your personal life, handling your emotions, dealing with different kinds of things, of personalities. All these things come with motivation. Talking about children, in our society, people go in one direction of wisdom. In one direction of understanding and taking things, or conception of things. But look at our children, for example. They need motivation, coaching, even from the young age, because the foundation you give to a child is going to take that child a very long way. As parents, listen to this. When there's no avoidance of a child not separating from you, right from when a child starts going to school, from nursery, from primary school to secondary school, that child is separated from you. The time she or he spends with you is very limited. So it's very key to indulge the services of motivational speakers or motivational coaches, to get involved with your kids, to take them in the direction that you want it to go, because the foundation you give to a child is going to take that child a very long way, especially when he's separated. He will never depart from it. So society needs to understand that motivation is very, very important in the life that we live today.
The motivational you just listened to is by Nina Orji, an empowerment ambassador. For speaking, bookings, and inquiries, please call 080-3327-6310. You can also email her on onina2003@yahoo.com, or follow her on Twitter @Nina_Orji.